Elevations to everyone in the collective. I hope I found everybody in good, peaceful, high vibrational energy. Thank you for returning to the channel. So we are back for another live collective. As this is a general message, only what resonates and leave what does not. When you try to make a message fit, you only cause confusion in your life. And that's the last thing that we would hope for or want here on our spiritual journey in this earth school, wherever you are on your journey. Remember, your journey, your path is your own. No one can do it for you. And not everyone can come along with you, collective, but that's okay, because God will place everyone on your path that is meant to help you along your journey or be a companion to you. Companionship is very important by way of support. Friends, family, community, people you work with, love, relationships, all of the above. Companionship and help is very much so necessary on our paths, on our journey here. But to make room for those that resonate with us, that vibrate on the same frequency, we must release those that do not serve us by ending old and karmic cycles. Okay? It's not always the easiest task, but again, it is necessary for our continual growth, evolution, and ascension. Divine messages. Um, so I picked up on the word. I'm gonna skip over a couple of things because I wrote, as your girl is always writing and reading and researching. Okay, I wrote. So I picked up a couple of different things. Apologies. I picked up on the word neophyte. Neophyte. It its definition is a beginner, a novice, or someone new to a subject, activity, or religion. It is Greek in origin. Its Greek origin means newly planted. And I heard the word supplanted, but I'm gonna have to look that up to make sure that I give the proper definition of it. Supplanted. See, this is how I do my research. Anyways, collective. Oh, I forgot to put the dates. So today is 3/7/2026. I'll break the dates down into frequencies, collective. Okay? Let me make sure I turn this on so y'all can see. I break the dates down into frequencies. Okay? So instead of this, it would be 379. That would be a frequency of today's date, 379 hertz. Okay? Or this would be more so maybe beta. I don't think it could be theta or beta wave hertz, but you know, that's kind of neither here nor there. Okay. Also, I can also break this down to a smaller number. This is also be referred to as an angel number. But again, I break my dates down into frequencies, okay? And each frequency, every single page that I write on, it has a date broken down to sorry, that's not it. That's not it. But it has a date. Child, is this even the right book? Yeah, it has a dates that are broken down to frequencies. So at the top of each page, and trust me, they serve their purpose, collective. They serve their purpose. They serve their purpose, okay? The music that you hear playing in the background is one of my own creations, aka generations, okay? So no copyright infringement. So I picked up on the word neophyte. Again, it is Greek in origin. It means newly planted. It refers to a recent convert or someone in the early stages of learning. It's also referenced as like some of its synonyms are trainee, rookie, and newcomer. So something is about seniority here. Okay. I also picked up on poison sumac. Somebody could have gotten into poison sumac. Poison sumac could also be used as The derivatives of poison sumac could be used in some type of herbal healing medicine, because also prior to this, I got all these other plants and stuff like that. That look, they just call the names out to me. I write them down. I know what some of them are. Some of them I do not. Okay. But they gave me several of them, and then they gave me poison sumac. So maybe these things that they gave me at first are remedies to natural remedies to poison sumac, because some people, they are not bothered by it at all, and some people have really bad reactions, and some people have detrimental reactions to it. So it just depends. Okay. And I also picked up on Socrates, and that was very interesting. I know Socrates as being a philosopher. However, I could not remember what Socrates was known or revered for. So I looked it up, collective. I looked it up. Very interesting, the findings, right? Um, and I'll start from the top and I'll go. If nobody knows, this is Socrates, okay? So I believe he's a Greek philosopher here, Athenian or something. But it's funny because when I looked it up, it said he's an Athenian philosopher, and Athens is close to Greek. It is basically like the same thing, if you ask me. Okay, and very interesting. He died in 399 BC. That date could be significant. That is funny because you know what? As I break today's date down, 379, that's funny. That's close to 399. So 399 would be March the 9th. So March the 9th is significant. And the downloads come as I go, collective. 399 is significant here. March the 9th. It could be a significant date. Because mind you, Socrates was forced to self delete, okay? Because he was accused of piety and misguiding or misleading the youth. Because Greek faith, they believe in the different Greek deities and stuff like that. I also heard the word demiurge as well. So I don't look deep into that, but yeah. So 399, very significant portal here. It could be related to Socrates though. But let's continue on, collective. If you would like to look into that, you have, you have a couple of references. March the 9th, 2026 will be 399. Interesting. Okay. 399 at 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. Significant. If you're wondering how I came up with that, I just through my phone. Poor little Google Pixel. My phones, they do not stand a chance against me most days. So 379, I basically just simplified this. I'll break these numbers all the way down to dates, into frequencies, and this into a simplified number that can no longer be broken down. I will break numbers down until they can no longer be broken down. And that is how I come up with certain stuff. So 3 and 7 is 10. 10 and 9 is 19. 9 and 1, or 1 and 9 is 10. So 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. on March the 9th, 2026, or March 9/9. Okay? Okay. But anyways, Socrates. It's very interesting what I found, but I'm going to save the second part for later for the wild card when it comes out. But this is in reference to something that I have in one of my wild cards. And I've been waiting to touch into that subject with y'all because it's very interesting that came out, and what Socrates was unalive for and what he believed in, as far as God and as far as divine beings. It differed heavily from what those in Athens believed in. And this is one reason why he was charged, tried, and then forced to self-delete. Okay? Very interesting. And he was teaching the youth this. So very interesting, but that has to be saved for a second part. And this is my natural normal energy when I get excited and I get confirmations like this. Okay? So, because I was wondering where I was going to reference day. Okay, never mind. We're not going to do that. Socrates, anyways. I don't know wherever he was born. I don't know how to say it. Say this Alopece, Alopece, whatever. Socrates. He was a prominent Athenian philosopher who questioned everything and everyone. I love it. Mwah. 2 points. Anyways, collective. He was best known for many quotes, but it's very interesting what he's known for and the quotes that he's known for, if anybody does not remember, because I surely didn't, collective. I don't know everything, but I got his name, and I looked him up as I was guided to. Socrates is best known for founding Western philosophy. Not as we know today, it has been very much so perverted. And developing the Socratic method, a question and answer style of inquiry to challenge beliefs. 2 points. Love it. I love it. His famous declaration, the unexplained life. You supposed to be laying down for a nap. Stop playing with me. You want a blanket? They're right over there. Get you one. No? The blanket's right over there on the tote right there by the window. Anyways, one of his famous declarations is the unexamined life is not worth living, and his pursuit of ethics and virtue, which led to his execution in Athens for impiety and corrupting the youth. Corrupting the youth using his Socratic, I don't know how else to say that, method, a question and answer style of inquiry to challenge beliefs. And he was unalive for this, or forced self-deletion. No, yeah. Anyways, he didn't write anything himself. He didn't make any books himself, though. But his ideas live on through Plato's dialogues. Plato quoted Socrates a lot. Okay, moving on. Hold on. Now, where the heck is all my stuff at that I had pulled up? Child, wait a minute. Okay. This one quote, the Socratic, I'm just going to go on the key aspects of his legacy, and then we'll continue on into the reading, because this has to be significant to the message. I don't know what the message is, but it has to be a good one. It has to be a good one. I'm this excited. It has to be a good one, collective. So, key aspects of his legacy, and this is what I'm reading. I just go straight to Google. Okay. I'm going to have to look up a couple of different books and stuff, but his Socratic method is a dialectical technique of asking probing questions to stimulate critical thinking. 2 points. I love it. I love it. To stimulate critical thinking and reveal underlying assumptions, a method still used in law and education today. Underlying assumptions. You ask questions, you'll find that most things aren't facts. They're not actual factual. They are just assumptions that a wide variety or big widespread or group dynamic has inherited as being the truth without questioning it. Socrates, 2 points. Ashe. Love it, love it, love it. His quote, he has many quotes, collective. I'm going to read a couple of them, but I'm going to go over this particular one. The unexamined, and he taught this to the youth. This is one reason why they made himself delete. Okay, they punished him. They put him on trial. They found him guilty. They made himself delete. The unexamined life is not worth living. It is a core belief that self-reflection and the pursuit of virtue are essential for a meaningful human existence. 2 points. I gotta keep doing that, bro. If you don't know where that's from, this is from the original Space Jam cartoon movie with Michael Jordan and Pepe Le Pew. He got that ball in and he stuck his tail up to the ball when it got to the hoop, and he sprayed some of his stink towards the ball, and then it went in, and he was like, 2 points. So fucking fucking silly, bro. I'm so fucking silly. And I be excited about confirmation of knowledge. After all, I have a thirst for knowledge that is unending, never ending. This is why I'm very, very mediable or pliable. Okay? Keep my mind open. There, I can never learn too much, collective. Never. Anyways, other beautiful quotes. Oh, very intriguing man. I resonate with him a lot. He focuses on ethics, shifted philosophy from cosmology, which is pre-Socratics, to human ethics, morality. You know what's funny? Baby, that came out in this deck. Morality and values and ethics. It came out in this deck. I kid you not. I kid you not, in the pre-shuffle before I even started my live. But I already, never mind. I'm squirreless. But anyway, human ethics, morality, and the care of the soul. Claim of ignorance, famously stated, I know that I know nothing. And in knowing that we know nothing, we open ourselves up to the possibilities of what it is that we can learn. Mind you, most beliefs and faiths are built off of assumptions. This started well before us in There's only one. Yeah. Boy, go eat the thing. Go eat it. He's supposed to be laying down. He had to go get up, and they be in that kitchen 5 million times a day. Let Caleb, let him get it. And y'all need to figure out what y'all want to eat for dinner as well, because that's gonna get done early. But anyways, famously stated, I know that I know nothing, recognizing the limits of his own knowledge as the path to true wisdom. Martyrdom, his commitment to truth led him to accept a death sentence, drinking hemlock. I don't know what that is. Is that similar to sumac? But child, no, let me find out. I don't know what hemlock is. I'm going to have to reference that, Socrates. Hemlock. Interesting. Okay. Drinking hemlock rather than renounce his principles, he accepted the death penalty, solidifying his image as a man of integrity. 2 points. Man, gotta love it. He is a teacher of Plato. Interesting. It says his influence on Plato was so profound that they formed the foundational triad of Western philosophy with Aristotle. 2 points. I love it. I love it. Okay, other quotes. Other quotes which I really, really love and resonate with this man. Like, I don't know if he's trying to give me divine intuitive messages or what, but like, hey, I'm all for it. I'm open to it. Definitely open to it, right? And also I'm wondering if the if-then theory of trigonometry stems from the Socratic method. Now that I think about it. You have what is assumed to be truth, and you have the ending of what everybody believes, but in the middle that you have to find things that state facts. And the only way to prove that if the if and then are cohesive or are true are to ask questions in the middle. I don't know. Collective. 2 points. You know, the only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing, or I know that I know nothing. The unexamined life is not worth living. The only good is knowledge, and the only evil is ignorance. Love it. 2 points. I know that I am intelligent because I know that I know nothing. In knowing you know nothing, that's the first step to knowing you're intelligent here. This says that you are an open book, ready to learn, study, talk, teach, and be taught. A lot of the times in the Dark Night of the Soul Collective, in our our quest for self, we'll find that we know nothing that we thought we knew, or we'll find that nothing that we thought to be true is true. It breaks us down. This is a lot of the time what causes ego deaths and dark nights of the soul. It's so interesting that they gave me Socrates, but yeah, girl. Why y'all not laying down taking no nap? It don't matter. They're not gonna take no nap. Collectively, they're not gonna take no nap. These quotes reflect his core philosophy. True, it says understanding, but I don't use that word. Inner over outer standing begins with acknowledging your own limitations. And philosophy and philosophical inquiry into oneself and the world of the world is essential for a meaningful, that was gross, existence. Confirmation. But I really, really like that the unexamined life is not worth living here. He said, knowledge is good and ignorance is evil. Do that sound like anything that you know? Do not eat of the tree of good and evil, knowledge and ignorance. Very interesting. Yep. Exactly, Sonia. Look. Why would we lean on our own understanding when we can all declare that at least we know nothing? But that is the smartest thing that we can declare: self acceptance and this quest for self knowledge. Man, know thyself is that we know nothing. Therefore, this opens us up to want to strive to learn everything. But we got to be an open book. We got to be something that is what that God can work with. By it's saying that we know nothing. We can't lean on our own understanding because we don't understand anything, right? But we are coming into self. That's the first step, right? Just a thought. Just a thought. Oh, look, confirmation and resonance, Sonia 88. Like, I love it. Mwah. 2 points. You feel me? I love it. I love it. I think we sit like the fact that you're sitting there and thinking about that, that says a lot about where you are on your path. I can't tell you, but you're in a good state here. You had a question, something that you were pondering, and then you were led, whether it's to my channel or just to the message, okay? But we all hopefully come to that point where we're sitting and we're thinking about these things and you ask a question. Do that. Is it not resonating? Socrates says ask questions, right? So the more questions you ask, collective, you'll find that it leads you to more knowledge. Things you knew not of or things you didn't know existed. I love it. It's interesting also because it says this because they tried to claim that Socrates did not believe in God. They basically sentenced him to death, claiming that he was an atheist because he didn't believe in the Greek gods that they believed in, right? But it says, yes, Socrates believed in divine beings. It's right here. Y'all can't see it because my camera's crappy. What?
Yeah. I have some of my favorite girls.
Oh my goodness, bro. You sleep in the middle room. You lay there.
I'm sleeping in the middle room. Head down. I'm sleeping in the middle room.
Go lay with Nyla. Be quiet. If you sleep in the middle room, where is Kai gonna sleep? Because y'all are about to drive me insane. Kaya touched my favorite thing. Like, no, I do not care. I do not care, bro. They will drive you wild. Kaya touched my favorite thing. Like, you're supposed to be laying down for a nap. Children are interesting. And since the youthful mind is one that is very, it's like clay, easily molded and stuff like that. No wonder Socrates would lead the youth with his philosophies, telling them to question everything as they are the ones that are the most impressionable, the most. Hence as to why they attack us in our childhood, because those are the times that the impressions that are imposed upon us leave a stain on our child self. Interesting. You said mind-boggling. I'm telling you, it's just like, first of all, you're supposed to be taking a nap. Second of all, why are you in the kitchen? Third of all, you're eating something. How are you eating something and you're talking about your sister is touching your favorite thing? Is she hurting it? Jeez. I'm going to have to develop a method to get them out of that because it's selfishness. I don't know why children are like that, but I don't like it. Because I'm not like that. They touch everything of mine. And I don't be like, you touched my favorite thing. But, they have to learn. They are very impressionable at this time, but they have to learn, collective. But it's funny and nerve-wracking at the same time. But gotta love them. And also, as adults, I will keep reiterating this. We also, as adults, as we don't know anything, we thrive to learn more. And we continue to be open to learn all new things from all aspects. We have to be open-minded to the fact that children teach us things as well. Don't rob yourself, collective, of thinking that someone younger than you, less experienced than you, because mind you, I got the word neophyte, which means somebody that is a beginner, a newbie, okay? Somebody that is new to a subject or a religion here. That's a child, is it not? I mean, it's the word neophyte sounds kind of insulting, but nonetheless, I'm just saying. That's what I heavily picked up on, right? So somebody could be like an understudy. Somebody could be looking into Socrates here, the Socratic method, okay? I'm going to look up that hemlock thing as well. But it says, yes, Socrates believed in divine beings, but not necessarily the traditional anthropomorphic Greek gods. He spoke of a guiding divine presence and was accused of impiety for questioning traditional beliefs, leading to his trial and execution, though he maintained he honored the divine. He distinguished between flawed Olympian gods and a higher, more perfect good, suggesting a philosophical monotheism or henotheism rather than outright atheism. Love it. Love it. That's Socrates, my kind of guy. Like, can we kick it? Can you come sit on the couch and talk to your girl for a little bit? I want to know more. What the heck? Okay. So, one of the things that Socrates argued about, listen to this. I want y'all to look, because mind you, the Gregorian calendar, created by the Greeks. Created by the Greeks. All of the holidays and stuff like that, that all went hand in hand, coinciding with creating of the Gregorian calendar. It's all Greek in nature. And Socrates just did not agree with the Greek deities that the Greeks honored. Not even that they honored, that they praised. He did not agree with them. And I'm going to tell you why. He had a critique of the Greek tradition gods. He criticized the immoral acts. Trigger warning before I say this. This would include ape with an R in the beginning, murder with an M in the beginning, and adultery, okay? Which attributed to the Olympian gods and myths, suggesting they were not truly divine examples. Boom, 2 points. Love it, love it. Socrates, my kind of people. Focus on the good. He believed in a truly good being, a perfect divine source of goodness, which aligns with the philosophical concept of God rather than the flawed traditional Greek gods. happy to be me today, collective. I'm so happy to be me. Like, my ancestors, they lead me on. I be feeling like Baby Yoda or something. I be feeling like, I don't know the dude, the little creepy dude named Lord of the Rings. I be feeling like I'm on a quest, you know, a medieval mythological type of quest sometimes. That the stuff that they lead me towards, but it is confirmation. And I be loving it, collective. I love it. Could they not lead me to such a figure such as this? Philosophy, my thing. He believes in divine beings. He was able to recognize and distinguish that just because people had assumed that these Greek deities were who people should follow and praise, he questioned everything, never take anybody's word for anything, as they are built off of assumptions, as we can all agree. The first step of intellect is acknowledging that we know nothing. Cha. I love it. I love it, collective. So resonance right there. Resonance right there. I'm looking up this hemlock thing. What? This says by drinking a potion of poison hemlock, conium maculatum, that is the Greek or Latin. That's the Latin word for the plant, herb, root, whatever it is, after being sentenced to death for impiety. The toxin, likely conine, CONIINE, cause progressive creeping paralysis from the feet upward, leading to respiratory failure while he remained conscious. Do that sound like something that we use in modern day medicine? That makes you numb from the feet up. It can cause respiratory failure if taken in excess. Does that sound like, I don't know, like an epidural to you? It's just a thought, collective. It's just a thought. It's just a thought. I don't know. It's just a fucking thought. Paralysis from the feet up. But of course, he had to take it in an excess amount, excess proportionate amount or disproportionate amount in order for it to be toxic enough to lead to his demise. Okay. That is. I gotta find out more. I just gotta find out more. It is a toxic plant in the carrot family that can unalive people, livestock, and wildlife if ingested. It's native to Europe and Asia, but can now be found throughout North America. I wonder where, you know. It's interesting because have we not seen these type of plants around, collective? It sure look like something I done seen before. Eh. Anyways, back. It's a fern-like, bright green leaves, toothed edges, hollow stems with red or purple spots, the small white flowers in umbrellas. It can usually grow up to 12 feet tall and has a strong musty odor when crushed. Takes 2 years to mature. It prefers damp soil and sun, but can adapt to drier conditions and shade, often found in fields, vacant lots, roadsides, and open sunny areas. That is interesting. It is often confused with wild carrot, parsnip, fennel, and parsley, which are all edible. But it has a hairy stem. Oh, it says wild carrot has a hairy stem and no purple markings. So hemlock could be significant. I don't know. I just want to look up one more thing. Man, I can't make this shit up. It's saying right here, collective. Hold on. It's saying right here that hemlock is not used in today's modern day medicine due to its narrow window between a therapeutic and a lethal dose. Historically, listen, historically it was used as a sedative and an antispasmodic. A paralyzing agent. They're lying. And it also says that there is some current research interest in its chemical components for potential new drug development, particularly for pain relief and cancer treatment. What? Listen, y'all trying to be funny, ain't you? Okay, I get it. I get it. This is pretty much my everything that I need to know. But it says the plant's primary toxin, conine. I think I'm saying that right. CONIINE acts similarly to nicotine. To nicotine, collective. To nicotine. Causing initial stimulation followed by a potentially fatal ascending paralysis that affects the respiratory muscles. I mean, well, that answers my question, doesn't it? That doesn't it? I mean, they always giving me reasons not to smoke. I mean, am I going to keep making excuses? Ignorance is evil, especially one that is a chosen ignorance. So then what was it used for? See, they be lying on here. You got to catch the lie, collective. Question everything because it says current research interest. The chemical structure of conine, a piperidine alkaloid, was fully synthesized in the 1800s. If it was synthesized, what was it used for if it's not used in today's modern day medicine? They be lying. And nicotine. They keep playing. Let them keep playing. This is basically what it's saying. Oh, in recent years, there has been renewed research interest in the analgesic, aka pain relieving. What is an epidural? It's an analgesic. Okay, okay, okay. Properties of conine and related to alkaloids, with studies indicating a potential. I can't even say it, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. It's anti nociceptive. I don't know. I don't know how to say this word effect, but I'll find out later. I gotta write it down. If I don't know a word, I gotta write it down and figure out how to pronounce it. Got it. Anyways, anyways, that whatever that word is, effect without the additive side effects associated with some opiates. Cause this could this be the shit that fentanyl is made out of? Trigger warning. I'm sorry, cause I've been thinking it since the beginning, since I started looking into this hemlock, whatever this is. But cause this be the shit that's made out of. Side effects associated with some opiates or opioids, as some people like to say. The goal is to isolate or synthesize compounds. Didn't y'all already do that in the 1880s? Didn't y'all already do that in the 1880s? Did she just say it did it? They did that in the 1880s. They fully synthesized the piperidine alkaloid in the 1880s. The goal is to isolate or synthesize compounds that provide therapeutic benefits without the high toxicity of the whole plant. Some homeopathic preparations may use highly diluted forms of hemlock to combat tumors, though this is not a conventional medical treatment. Oh, oh, okay. Now the other things make sense that they told me. So basically, these things would cancel out the toxicity of its main toxin. These other things, because I got other herbs collective. I never knew I was going to come into the hemlock herb. Also, I said something about poison sumac. So take that as a reference. Take that as a reference. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. Mastery. 2 points. I'll say to the ancestors of my highest good. That's what they talking about. That's not even what was there. That's not what was there, bro. That says something else. I swear it says something else, collective. Mastery, and it said like irresponsibility. Lab created toxins because of their arrogance. I'm not even about to start with this. So, collective, in the tarot deck, I may just have to end this. This could just be a divine message, and I'll do the next message later. Thank you, collective, for tuning in and tapping in. For everybody that supported the message. If you resonated with any part of the message, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And I'm so happy to give y'all messages from the divine of this girl. Real excited. Like it give me like a boost, collective. But anyways, I'm going to end this live. And if you want to tune back into the next live, I'm finna smoke a cigarette. I'm finna smoke poison, bro. I'm smoking hemlock, bro. I'm smoking hemlock, collective. If I could just overcome the smoking, bro, I would be A1, like A1. Y'all know what else? I'm drinking. It's Ramadan, but I did eat today. I was real hungry. I was like real hungry. I had to eat, bro. But anyways, what I've been drinking is Blue Lotus and lemon water. It looks funny, collective. Sorry, no labels. It looks funny, collective, but it's lemon juice, or it's lemon, squeezed lemon, and it's Blue Lotus. Y'all will see that floating around in there. I did steep the Blue Lotus. Remember not to oversteep your Blue Lotus and expose it to too much heat, as it loses its herbal and healing properties. Okay? And I put it in there, and I've been drinking this. And then I'm like, phew. But this, it's nasty. If anybody want to know, it's nasty as fuck. It is so. It is so. It's nasty. I'm not even gonna lie. Cleansing, purifying, yes, it is. I have many ways to cleanse and purify the energy, collective. This is what I'm just showing you. Me sharing. We're doing show and tell talent show today. And this is me sharing my show and tell stuff. I'm not a professional. I'm not a medical professional or a doctor. Please consult with your physician, family doctor, or your primary care physician before you use any of this, okay? I'm not recommending that anybody use this, okay? I'm only sharing with people what it is that I use. Blue Lotus is real good for mental clarity. And I got that as one. It's funny because it came today in the mail. I steeped it, but that came as a download. In the beginning, before I even got this message, before I even got to Socrates here, I got all these different things. And one of the things was the Blue Lotus. Another thing was Damiana, but I'm not going to give out the rest here. Maybe these have cancellation properties or neutralizing effects to the hemlock toxins. I don't know. Anyways, collective, I'm going to see y'all on the next one. And we're going to get into this next read. I feel like it's something that secret that's being hidden from you, but it's a confirmation. A good thing, collective. Anyways, I'm gonna release y'all with love and light. And for those of you that want to catch me on the next live, stay tuned. 2 points. Nyla.